Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you? Okay. So, mashallah, we have everything. We're equipped, huh? Good. Good to see you, alhamdulillah. So, what about homework? You guys done it? Huh? What is it? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay. So, really quick, we will go over the homework, okay? And inshallah, after that, I'll just continue explaining this plurals. Inshallah. Yeah, can we do that? Yeah. I want to start. You want to do? Yeah. It might take some time. Yeah. Okay, let's do it because we don't have too much time. Mm-hmm. If you read.
For the first, I guess, masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be a sentence?
Not really.
I think this is probably my best sentence then.
Which one?
This one.
But did I ask you like sentences?
You said sentences.
Sentences?
Yeah.
Or is it like word compositions? Was it sentences? You have sentences? Okay. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, I might just have mistaken because I mean sentences. It's going to be a little bit hard for you.
That's what I saw too. I just took them from the Muslims.
Yeah, so subhanallah, yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, basically I just wanted you to do like word compositions, not sentences. I'm sorry about it. But if you did sentences, even better. So this one, Hudan lil Muttaqeen, yeah, guidance for Muttaqeen, okay. Humul Muflihuna, okay. Ma salihina, it's not a sentence, but normally, you can form it like this. Ma salihina, it's plural, okay. Al Khalifatu Umaru Qawiyun, good. Okay, that's not bad. Who else? Brothers, what do you have? Yeah, sentences. Yeah, okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Iqra min ayat al-Quran. Yeah, this is I mean pretty much advanced because it's actually verbal sentences, which the sentences that include verbs, al-jumla al-fa'liya. It's a little bit difficult one. So to be honest with you, I was more expecting you. Probably that was my mistake. I just probably should have told you. I was like more. I mean, at this level, I wanted you to form some, word compositions. Just noun and adjective. For example, like with the plurals. Yeah, that's more of I just wanted. The next time, probably this time, I'll be more specific when it comes to homework. Okay, so. Okay, let's probably no other like no other homework, right? Okay. So from the last lesson, we were actually talking about plurals, right? And we told that plurals are divided into two main parts in the Arabic language, and those are sound plurals and broken plurals, right? We talked about sound plurals, and which is divided itself. The sound plurals are divided into masculine and feminine plurals, right? Remember that. And we told that the masculine plurals are formed by adding waw and nun, right? And there's a specific words that can accept that ending, waw and nun, these plurals. And those are mostly, we mentioned that professions. Just one quick example, muallimun, right? Or another word, muslimun, muallimun. And we just add to this muslimun. And how do we form sound plural, a masculine one? We just add what? Yeah, waw and nun. So it becomes muslimuna, right? Okay. So, and there is also feminine, sound feminine plurals, right? Yeah, by the way, we remember how we form genitive and accusative. This is by the way, is what is it in this form? Waw and nun? Nominative case, exactly. And how do we form genitive and accusative cases? By adding what? Ina, right? Muslimuna, muslimina. And both of them, genitive and accusative case is going to be like that. When it comes to sound feminine plurals, we have to add what? Alif and ta, right? As an example, no, we have Muslimun, maybe something else. Mu'minatun, okay, yeah. Yeah. So, yep, yeah. So, normally it should be mu'minatun, right? Mu'minatun, right? So let me do it like this. So it has ta marbuta, right? So in order to form, as I mentioned, in order to form sound feminine plurals, it applies only to, of course, feminine nouns, which usually has ta marbuta, right? So in order to form a plural, we're going to have to add mu'minatun, right? Going to be mu'minatun. Muslimatun, qanitatun, tayyibatun, and so on and so on. So basically, it is, what case is it right now? Nominative, yeah. This one is nominative, right? It's always nominative like that. How do we form genitive and accusative cases? How do we form in this sound feminine plural? What is it? Yes, exactly. So it's going to be like this. Alif, a, tin, right? Okay. So mu'minatin, ma'a mu'minatin, with believing women, ma'a mu'minatin, or ra'aytu, I saw, mu'minatin, I saw Muslim mu'min women, believers, right? Feminine. And this is going to be genitive, accusative, and genitive and accusative, okay? So both of them, genitive and accusative, are formed like this in sound feminine plural, okay? It's clear, right? So please, for the next lesson, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give, in the end of the lesson, I'm going to give some vocabulary, okay? I want you to form like at least 5 of word combinations, because I don't want sentences right now, because I haven't explained this topic yet. I want you to form like 5 sound feminine, masculine plurals, okay? Word compositions, at least 2, but if you want, you can make it 3 and more. And sound masculine, feminine plurals as well, like 5 word compositions at least. Okay, can you do that for me? Okay. Just word combinations, okay? Just word combinations. Okay? Muslimatun qanitatun, for example, or Muslimun mukhlisun, for example, right? And Muslimuna mukhlisuna. Okay? So something like that. One more thing, when we add definite article, al, right? Does it change anything here in the end? Muslimuna or al-Muslimuna, it's going to be the same, right? It doesn't change. But when it comes to sound feminine plurals, when we add al, mi, al, mu'mina, tu, exactly. And genitive and accusative is going to be like this, right? So no tanween, okay? That's clear, right? Okay. Any questions on this one? Are we good? Okay. So I'm gonna jump into broken plurals. Okay. So it's going to be a little bit more. I mean, it's quite a bit complicated. Then that's why it's called broken. So I have to say that majority of the plurals are broken, and for broken plurals in Arabic language there are some specific patterns. Okay, and you just have to memorize them, and it's going to be easy to form it. You know, just there is no other way just to memorize it. So I'm going to just write it down here on the board. Okay. And and of course I'm going to bring some examples for them. The first pattern is af'alun. By the way, in Arabic language, in grammar, we use verb fa'ala to do, in order to form like any kind of patterns for verbs, for nouns, adjective. Mostly, use this root, okay? And this root is fa'ala. We use this verb. So af'alun, okay? This is the first pattern for the broken plurals. And does anyone know any example for the plurals like this? Huh? A'malun. Good. So what is the singular for a'malun? Amalun. It's one, right? Amalun. Amalun means what? Huh? action. Yep, exactly, action. And the plural for amalun is what? You said? A'malun. Exactly. A'malun. By the way, of course, I always try to mention cases because it's very important. In my opinion, it's very important. So, how is going to be the genitive and accusative case for this one? As usual, right? Yeah. A'malun, a'malin, and a'malan. Exactly. A'malan. Okay? Another example. What is this? Huh? Qalam. Aqlamun. Aqlamun. Exactly. Aqlamun. Okay? I'm not going to write down the singular one. You know qalam, right? Qalamun. Okay? So it's going to be aqlamun. Really quick, the second pattern is going to be fu'ulun. Fu'ulun. Any examples? Do you know how it's going to be house in Arabic? No, singular. Baytun and the buyutun, exactly. Buyutun. So, baytun. Buyutun, houses. Okay. Do you know how's army in Arabic language? Jayshun. Jayshun. Yes. Jayshun. What's the juyushun? Exactly. So juyushun. Juyushun. So these are the patterns, okay? The next one is fi'alun. 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 Any example? Do you know how is in Arabic dog? Kalbun. Kilabun. Yep, exactly. By the way, don't afraid to be mistaken, okay? Just say it out loud. Kilabun. So as I mentioned before, all cases, almost in all broken plurals cases are formed as usual, okay? So, yeah, kilabun, kilabin, kilaban, okay? So there is no exception or something like that. You just form it as usual. Next one is fu'ulun. Fu'ulun. Any examples? Huh? Umur, yes. Yeah. Umrun, umrun. Yep. Umrun is what? Age, ages, yeah. Umrun. Umrun. In Arabic, what is this? Huh? Kitabun, and the plural is kutubun. Yes, kutubun. Okay. Any questions? Yes, exactly. Rasulun, rusulun. Yeah, good. Any other examples? Huh? Yeah, sure.
So, the words written down on the left, what would you consider that? Tenses?
No, it's not that. I mean, this is a pattern. In English, for example, we're talking about the book, okay? It's singular. So when it comes to books, when we form a plural, so this is an example in English of a sound plural, okay? That's how we form it in English, just by adding s in the end, okay? But in Arabic language, we have just two types of plurals. The first one is sound, which we actually talked about last lesson, okay? And we just revised it, if you remember, in the beginning of the lesson. And there is another way of forming plurals. It's broken, okay? So it's not like, let's say, for example, not just by adding some ending to the end of the word, you just break the structure of the word, okay? So it's just a form of, it's just a way of forming a plural. There is nothing to understand, you're just gonna have to memorize it, okay?
Mouse, mice.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So mouse, mice, yep, good job, yeah. So we have, in English, we have such examples too, okay? So you just have to, you're gonna have to change the structure of the word in order to form a plural, okay? So this is just an examples, like it's just a patterns, okay? Patterns for broken plurals. And it's some kind of a formula, okay? It's pattern, it's a formula, okay? You just, for example, you see amalun, it's an action. Amalun, a'malun, okay? So if we're talking about baytun, buyutun, buyutun, okay? It's going to be the same structure. Can you see that? So same structure, okay? This one is just a formula. You have to memorize it, and that's it. The same here and the same here. Altogether, we have like 8 patterns, okay? I'm just going to write it down for you. Is it clear? Any other questions? Yes.
So kitabun
Okay.
is singular?
Kitabun is singular.
And kutubun is plural.
yeah. Kutubun is plural. I mean, in Arabic language, some words, some nouns has like not only one way of forming plurals. You can have several, okay? And we'll talk about it later, inshallah. So, okay. فعل. Another pattern is فعال. 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 Okay. Really quick an example. How do you say state or country in Arabic language? Da. There's another one. دولة. Right? With ta مربوطة. دولة. دولة. And the plural for the دولة is singular, right? دولة. It's just one state, one country. And in order to form plural, it's going to be plural. Even though it has ta marbuta here, it doesn't mean that you can make it sound plural. دولات. No. This one, I mean, the fact that there is a ta marbuta, it doesn't mean that that it forms by adding alif and ta. Okay. This one, plural for this one is formed as a broken plural. So it's going to be duwalun. Okay? Duwalun. Duwalun. Okay? One more pattern is going to be af'ulun. أفعول. Another pattern. أفعول. How do you say month in Arabic? Month. شهر. Okay. شهر. So how do you form? أشهر. Exactly. أشهر. أشهر. By the way, this is an example of a noun where you have another way of forming broken. You can say شهور as well. Okay. شهور. Like it was in بيت بيوت, right? شهر شهور as well. But you also can use شهر أشهر. Another pattern is فعلاء. فعلاء. Any examples for this one? خطباء. Okay. شعراء. Good. شاعر, right? شاعر is a خطيب, right? خطباء, right? خطيب خطباء. خطباء. علماء. عالم علماء. شاعر شعراء. Good. Okay. Yes, you had a question? فعلاء. فعلاء. It's a pattern. Okay. وزير. What does it mean, وزير? Minister, right? Minister, yeah. In America, it's secretary. وزير. وزراء. 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 Yes. Okay. And the last one, أفعلاء. 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 How do you say friend in Arabic? صديق. صديق, right? By the way, it's a vocabulary for you guys. I mean, you're going to have to write it down and memorize it, okay? I'm going to ask it next lesson, especially from you. you. Since you have a notebook already. صديق. أصدقاء. Good. أصدقاء. Also بريء, innocent, أبرياء, innocent, and so on and so on. Okay, I'm not gonna go deep into examples. You just wrote it down. And one more thing, please. For every pattern, I'm gonna ask you at least 2 examples. Okay, for every pattern as a homework, please 2 examples. Okay, do we still have time? No? Maybe I'm going to take like another probably 10 minutes. Yes?
I just had a question. So this was called
Broken plurals. No, it's not about sukun. It's just you breaking the structure of the word. You see, for example, shahrun, okay? So it's a singular. You're not just forming by adding some ending in the end of the word as it was in sound plurals. You're changing the structure of the word, okay? So you see, in the beginning you add alif, ash, hurun, and harakat here is changing, you know. Here you add sukun, here was sukun and it became dhamma and stuff like that. It's the same thing is going to be here. So it's changing the structure of the word, okay? That's why it's called broken, okay? And you just have to memorize it. Okay, so really quick, I wanted to talk about, do you think we can talk about duals in Arabic, or maybe next lesson? Next lesson, okay. Let me give you some vocabulary, inshallah, okay? Let me give you some vocabulary. Inshallah, I'm going to ask you next lesson this vocabulary. Really quick, one more thing. So when it comes to so Arabic language, Arabic grammar actually has two different categories of plurals. Okay, those are human. Okay. To which applies, like, for example, like man, okay, and non-human. If we're talking about some, some subjects, it's like books, reforms, chair and stuff like that. And the reason why we make this distinction is because the masculine and feminine plural forms of verbs, adjectives. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to really explain it really quick on the word combinations, etc., are only used with human plural nouns. Non-human plurals are regarded as feminine singular. For example, when we use a human noun, muslimatun or muslimuna, okay? Muslimuna. And we mentioned that if we are forming some word combination, noun plus adjective, okay? So if we add an adjective right here, it has to like conform, like it has to be the same. So if it's masculine, it has to be masculine, right? If it's feminine, it has to be feminine, right? So adjective has to obey to a noun, okay? So muslimuna, when we add an adjective to this plural, muslimuna, an adjective, for example, sincere Muslims, mukhlisun, right? Mukhlisun is going to be what? Muslimuna, mukhlisuna, exactly, mukhlisuna. Muslimuna, mukhlisuna. So sincere Muslims, right? Okay. And it's masculine, okay? Let's say successful students in feminine ones. How do you say students, feminine students? Talibatun. Talibatun, one singular, right? Talibatun. Talibatun. Successful? Najih, right? Mm-hmm. Najihatun. So as you can see here, in sound plurals here, there's an example of sound plurals of masculine and feminine. So the adjective that comes after a noun, it's completely like a noun. It's going to be, if it's plural, this one is going to be plural too. Okay, so طالبات ناجحات because it's human. But the only thing, but in case if we are using a non-human subject, for example, kitabun, kutubun. Kutubun. And if we want to say new books, for example, okay? How do you say that? Jadid. Jadid. Why jadid? New, yes.
It's masculine?
Yeah, it has to be feminine, okay? So, yeah, the adjective the adjective that comes after non-human plural, okay? Non-human plural, kutubun, it's a subject. You say jadidatun, okay? Jadidatun. Jadidatun. Even though for jadidun, adjective jadidun has a broken plural, jududun. Okay? Jududun. It means new. But we're going to use this one only for human plurals. Okay? Tullabun, let's say tullabun, it's talibun. Okay? As an example, talibun. The plural, the broken plural for student is tullabun. Okay? It's not really broken. I'm gonna talk about this category afterwards. Okay, it's a little bit different one. It's called active and passive. Okay, طالب طلاب جدد. Okay, so the idea is when we form a word combination. Okay, when we form a word combination with a plural noun, the adjective that comes after that, okay, depending on the fact if this noun is human or non-human, there is different ways of forming the adjective, putting adjective, okay, after that. So if this plural is non-human, the adjective that will follow it will be just singular. It's going to be singular, but it's going to be in feminine with ta marbut, okay? Kutubun jadidatun. Baytun, let's say baytun kabirun, okay? Baytun kabirun, big house. Baytun kabirun, big house. How do you say big houses? Kabiratun, exactly. Baytun kabirun, but when you say big houses, buyutun kabiratun. With ta marbuta, okay? Okay, I'm finishing because we don't have time, and Sheikh Muhammad will be very angry if he finds out that we're still here. So, please, when you form those, inshallah, when you form those word combinations, right now we just, I want from you only word combinations. Inshallah, in the next lessons when we study like sentences, forming of the sentences, inshallah, I'm going to ask you to bring some examples of sentences, but right now, just word combinations, okay? Just please, word combinations with, as I told you, with the plurals, broken plurals, and if possible, just sound plurals, and also take in consideration the fact that how you form word combinations with human and non-human nouns, okay? Is this clear about human and non-human nouns? Okay? I just want to make sure, okay? So really quick vocabulary for you to memorize. Abun. What does it mean? Father, right? Father. Ummun means mother, okay? You know that one. How do you say notebook in Arabic? No. Daftarun. Daftarun. Are you writing it? No, it's right here. So kitabun, you know, right? Kitabun. Katibun. What does it mean? Katibun. Writer. That's correct. What is it? Yeah, maktabun, not maktabun, right? Maktabun. Yes. Maktabun, good. Maktabun means office. What happens if there is ta marbuta? Maktabatun. Maktabatun. Maktabun is office. If we add ta marbuta, maktabatun, what does it mean? Huh? What? Library, yes, that's correct. Maktabatun. If you add ta marbuta, it's going to be library. That's correct. And yeah, maktabatun is library. Several, just a couple of adjectives. Karimun. What does it mean? Kind, generous. Okay. Qawiyun. Strong. How do you say beautiful? Jamilun. And, bless you, alhamdulillah. How do you say big? Kabirun. Okay. By the way, for kabirun, it also has a broken plural. For example, if we use it baytun, buyutun, kabiratun. exactly. But if we use a human one, so there is another plural for kabirun. It's going to be kibarun. Kibarun. Okay?
Like al-ulama al-kibar.
Al-ulama al-kibaru. Al-ulama al-kibaru. Good example. Al-ulama ul. It's mostly used like kibarul ulama. It's like an idafa, but you can say it this way too. Al-ulama ul-kibaru. Okay. So, huh? Big scholars, big scholars. So since al-ulama, it's human, okay? So it's life, human. That's why we're using plural. The adjective we use in the plural form. If it was something non-human, as for example, I don't know, offices, or I don't know, books, chairs, we would use kabiratun, okay, not kibarun, okay. So okay, inshallah, I'll finish here. And if you have any questions, you may ask me. But if not, inshallah, let's finish for today. Okay? Jazakumullah khair. Yeah? Yeah, the words compositions, inshallah. Okay? So, sound plurals. Sound plurals. Okay? And broken plurals, please. 5 examples from each. And also,
The 8 broken plurals.
yeah, from 8 broken plurals as well, yeah, please. Yeah, one, at least one, if possible, 2, please. Okay? So when you form those word compositions with broken plurals, pay attention. As I told you, pay attention that non-humans, if you form it with an adjective, it's going to be feminine, okay? Kutubun jadidatun, buyutun kabiratun, not buyutun kabirun, okay? Like that, please. Okay? Any questions? No? Anything? Look like you have a question, no? No? Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khairan. Inshallah.